Ixon, Sinus Apple, they can also make it. So it's hard to call, actually, because all the players are super fast here. What do you think?
It is indeed hard to call. I think Harry is definitely someone to beat. He showed that he has very fast times in his pocket that he can pull out.
True.
Just now in round 2, I think Ixon was very consistent in his times. But the question then is, of course, are they fast enough for those top 3 positions maybe in the rounds? Or is he just consistently fast enough for 4th, 5th place? That will determine how far he can go in this. And Muda, you cannot disregard no matter what the style and the competition is. And then Kanchika has also shown that he can do very well in this.
Indeed, nicely said there, actually. I mean, you just analyzed it, and you really want to get 1st or 2nd in this kind of format to really develop. But I think that is not occurring this time. That was in the Zerator Cup semifinals or quarterfinals. Is that everyone is somewhere in finalists because you get the night, but we don't have that many winners. But I think that it still be a case maybe for 2nd or 3rd place. That oh shit! I hopefully didn't cause a join lag. That people will be finalists for 2nd or 3rd place. Some player could walk away with a lot of points. But who's not familiar with this format? I'm just gonna explain it here in some sentences. It is cup mode that will be played. So we have 8 players here on the server. The point repetition is 10-8. Oh my god, striker, rip. 10-8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So every player has getting those points for the respective placement. And you collect those points till a point limit of 120. And then you activate finest mode, and how you win it or get 2nd or 3rd, you have to win 1 more round in order to get 1st, 2nd or 3rd position. So we play till 3 winners, and we see Mooks winning this 1st round ahead of Sinus Apple and Muda. So top 3 for them. So 10, 8 and 6 points into their pocket, and we play 4 rounds on all those 5 respective maps. And we play this until it's over.
Yes, we had Harry in the front for a long time this last round until he went too wide in a turn. And I think that very much aligns with what Yulo just said in your chat, that Harry is going full risk for this final.
Yeah, and it's the glass cannon build, of course. He is currently only having 1 point. True, and I'm gonna spectate him for this round, as he is on P7 currently. Takes it a little bit more conservative, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake, but you can see the level here. Point 15, and he is on P7, make it point 22 now, but still a very close round. Not a lot of mistakes have happened in this round. Strikers in the lead, Muda, Mooks are chasing, but Harry with a great line over this uphill here, but makes the mistake as well as Muda, both with the same mistake there, and they're actually not going for the respawn, which I completely not understand, because you have no speed to work with here. You should always respawn, or maybe respawn is not allowed, but look at that, how close was that in the ending? It's 100th of a second between 3rd and 5th position. That was crazy. Wow.
Absolutely. And Ixon actually zooped past all of those players with a super fast last turn. So he really was able to gain some important points there.
Yeah, so Harry in last actually, and also Muda only with 9 points. I mean, he's still ahead of Harry, but he didn't really get a very convincing round here. And I would say Muda is definitely the fastest player alongside with Harry here. Of course, that's what I know here, and also Sinus Apple, of course. But Muda, let's see if they can, have a chance against Mooks here, and also Striker. The SpeedFun players. Muda goes for an aggressive line. He has a lot of speed to work with here, but Mooks with a more direct approach. So it's again, you have to negotiate. What do you want to do? You want to take the direct line or the speed slide and more speed? But yeah, Harry again with a mistake then. This is super bad for him. And yeah, he's just losing it there. As soon as Apple goes into the lead, goes for the slide. Muda with a no slide here and has more speed. Great ending from Muda here. 50.29, a very fast time as well. Only 0.5 away of WR, so that's a good time. And also a great round here from Sinus Apple, who gets himself a lot of points again. But high level here, I have to say. Really high level in this competition.
Absolutely. Two players that have been crashing more than they would have liked to in this first map so far are Harry and Kanchika, who both already have to play catch up to get to this top 5, which is only 5 points away from one another. So let's see what Kanchika is actually able to do in this round. Currently in the top 5, very close situation there still with everyone. Now one player dropping behind, but Kanchika is staying with the top 5. We see Ixon in front of him. It's also Striker and Blutig. And Muda is behind. Sinas Appel, however, in the front, together with Ixon, the two players that dominated the round 2 of this. But at the same time, we see Striker, if I'm not mistaken, indeed now coming forward and going first into this last round, but Ixon with more speed.
Wow. What are those times, man? 49.87. Okay. What are those times? That is sick. Those are sick times. So, yeah, great round and also great times here. And with that, we have a double lead here for Ixon and Sinas Appel going to the second map. So that is crazy. And yeah, very high level here. As let's take a look onto the standing here. As we are loading in currently. So 28 points for Ixon and Sinas Appel, as I've mentioned beforehand. Then Striker is on third, chased by Muda, and then also Mooks and Kanzinka are on the left side of the scoreboard, and Blutig and Harry, so two German players, are on P7 and 8th. Harry not even has to pass the 10 points barrier, so this is not good for him, making a lot of mistakes there. So that is a little bit of an underperformance for me, but maybe the player has a shaky start and is just feeling the pressure or the nerves, and yeah, maybe the map hasn't suited him that well, and he can redeem himself because he is a very fast player, one of the best players, I would say, when it comes to full speed, alongside with Muda. And then also we have other people in there, but yeah, I'm just hoping that he can come back. I mean, it's just one map, but still it can put a dent into your motivation.
Yes, absolutely. And you do not want to get tilted this early into a match, ideally not at all. But yeah, Harry now has to show that this first map was just maybe not the one for him to risk on, and that in the second map he can perform better. This warm-up looked good already, and let's see if he can keep that up throughout the live rounds.
Yeah, let's go. I'm actually gonna follow Harry here for this round, because he can afford a mistake, but it will get progressively harder and harder to come back here for him. As he has a good start here, he really wants to exit. It's very outside there. Striker has bumped a little bit, so he has lost a little bit of speed, but that's how you want to exit it. You don't want to exit it too early, but also not too late in order to get a good approach there. But Striker with a risky line there. Sinas Appel has misaligned his line there, but has come back pretty strong there. Got a good apex over this turn, and also Harry is in the mix. Harry top 4, 5th is Blutig, who also needs some points. Different approaches have been chosen over this part. Mooks is in the lead ahead of Sinas Appel and Striker. Then we have Harry 0.2 away and gets attacked by Blutig there. But position's not gonna stay like that. Muda with the wrist there almost overtakes Harry there for that 4th position, but it's not enough. Mooks in the lead with a 0.3 of a lead. That was crazy, but pretty close there for P2 between Striker and Sinas Appel.
Yes, and that means that Sinas Appel is now in the lead, 5 points ahead of Striker overall. Muda only on 5th, and Kanchika only on 6th place. They are lagging a bit behind Blutig, who made it fantastically into this final in the first place, is lagging a bit behind. Maybe the nerves are playing a role there as well as we go into the next round, and it looks like Sinas Appel really wants to keep his first position together with Ixon. They are currently leading the field with Harry close behind. But yeah, interesting to see that two players that did not perform the very best during the time attack seeding now are playing so well in this rounds mode with Ixon and Sinas Appel. really goes to show how different. Oh wow, this last turn, that was so close. Look at that turbo.
Yeah, that was very close. I thought for a minute that Kanzinka had more speed than Ixon there, but that wasn't quite enough. 0.05 of a second. But yeah, actually a good point that you mentioned there. It's Ixon and Sinus Apple are currently performing super well. And look at that, they're in first and second, vice versa. So that is looking very well for them as they are 1/3 through. And then, of course, they have to still win one more round until finalists, because point number is 120 on this respective cup modes. And yeah, Harry still on P7 and also Blue Tick only on P8, and then we P8, and then we have Muda on that 5th position, also Kanzinka. So Muda, Kanzinka, Harry players, and also Striker, so players that I've seen like way better, are struggling. They are struggling. And also Striker is struggling in this round, as well as Harry that I wanted to spectate over the mistakes. So I'm gonna go with Muda here, who's chasing Mooks, and Mooks for me looks to be the favorite here. And someone made that mistake. That was actually Kanzinka making that mistake. And this was very costly, as Muda has a superior line over Sinus Apple there. Sinus Apple goes for that inside line. Muda has more speed. Who's gonna take that second place? It is Muda taking it over Sinus Apple. Great ending from both of them, but Muda was just ahead beforehand. Mooks takes another 10 points here, and yeah, looking very strong here to come closer towards Sinus Apple and Ixon. And those players are the top 3 for me right now. They are looking so strong.
Absolutely. Also, Mooks, another player who actually had to go through the second round, really performing well now in this final. It's great to see. Let's maybe follow Striker in this round, who is in 5th place, still very much close enough to the top 4, to the top 1, to play his part in the final parts later on of this final. And also now in this round, he's performing pretty well. He's neck and neck with Sinus Apple and Ixon. Again, you can see a pattern forming here. And it also just seems like players like Kanchika and Harry just currently do not have that final ultimate speed to win a round like this. And it's actually Muda, Ixon, Sinus Apple, and Striker very close to us. Wow, this final turn.
It's a tie. It's a tie. What was
Incredible.
that ending? Jesus Christ, man. That was crazy. And Muda and Sinus Apple have tied it there on the 1000. And Muda eventually gets that 10-pointer, and he was in need of that. But what a close round. And we had 5 players there going to that last turn by just the releasing decided who gets first. That was a crazy round. And yeah, let's take a look onto the standing here, because there's already a huge gap here between 5th and 6th position. As you can see, 12 points between Striker and Kanzinka. So Harry, Kanzinka, and Blue Tick have fallen pretty far behind. And then there's a little bit of a gap between 5th and 4th. So Striker is playing the lone wolf a little bit. But with one good round, he can almost overtake Mooks. And also come closer towards Muda and Ixon and all the other people. So we're almost halfway through here. And do you think that Harry and Kanzinka and maybe Striker will come close towards that top 3? Or do you think that they will continue to struggle?
I think Striker very much still is at a point where he can catch up. Harry now with a very nice warm-up time has to be said. So maybe this is his map to perform on. But for him and Kanchika, it will already be much more difficult. And they were players we saw potentially in the top 3 for this. Yeah,
potentially they can be, but I mean, we've already said it in the actual first rounds or second round, where I said the so-called warm-up Andy. And let's see if Harry will redeem himself as one, or if he will prove us wrong here and not be a warm-up Andy. So warm-up Andy means that you will, if you have a good warm-up, you won't have a good live round. And currently it's looking pretty bad for Harry, as he is 0.3 away, but gets a good turn here. Look at the speed, also a good... Oh, how didn't he slow down with that? Holy moly. That was crazy risky from Harry, but he was able to stay alive here mysteriously. And currently is on that 5th position, gets a good slide there Good SD and also a lot of speed in this section, so you can come closer towards Mooks here. 1 turn is remaining, and it is Harry who's not overtaking anyone, and Cena's Apple stays ahead by just a hair. 15,000 and not a lot of speed ahead of Ixon and also Mooks, and then Harry on P4 gets himself 5 points, but as I've said at the beginning, you really want to land on P1 or 2. Okay, next round. Cena's Apple still on the lead, Ixon on P2, and then there's Mooks and Muda in close proximity, yeah, let's just use this word here, on P3 and 4, but only the top 3 goes home with €15, and then top 4 downwards goes home with €5. So everyone goes home with some sort of money, which is nice, but of course you want to land in that 3rd position to triple your score, or at least top 3, of course. As Blutik made that first mistake in that round, and we see Harry in the lead. So can Harry hold that lead? It's looking like a very good line here for Harry, for the Numalops player. I'm just gonna follow him here for that last turn. He is extending his lead even, 2.13 of a second. Didn't get the best SD in this ending by the looks of it, but still stays in the lead with a 0.62. Not remotely close to his warm-up time, 0.3 away, but still a 10-pointer for him. And with that, he gets almost up to 40 points and goes into the second, or into the left party, into the top 6 spot. And yeah, that's what he is in need of.
Yes, Harry now actually moved up to place 6, past Kanchika, but it's still a long way to the top, to Cena's Apple, who almost has double the points that Harry has. Him and Ixon really have a little bit of an advantage currently over the other players. And in this round, however, it looks like Kanchika is able to finish a bit of a better round, while Striker is actually in the lead. Oh, goodbye.
Nice jinx.
Goodbye. Striker, however, is able to finish this round in style, and right behind him, it's Cena's Apple and Ixon.
Yeah, Ixon.
Who else almost?
Yeah, Ixon has overtaken Harry there because of a better SD in the ending. So it's 1 point less for Harry, but still, I mean, good points for Harry over the last couple of rounds. Getting 5 points, getting 5 points, getting a first place. So 20 points, it's not too bad, you know? It's not too bad for Harry here. Who is up to 42 points now, but of course he is 37 points away from Cena's Apple, who's still in the lead, and also Ixon with a great performance. Then we have Mooks and Muda, who are tied for 3rd position. So let's go with Mooks in this round and see what he can do, as we see different lines again over this part. Cena's Apple and Harry are in the lead, but then there's also Muda, who is challenging them. And yeah, let's just go here with this jump is super important to get smooth, as Muda Harry get a very good trajectory over this part. Muda with a not that good with that good line compared towards Harry, and also here that is such a risk. And Mooks is flying to Mars. They're throwing away 5 points. This is like 5 versus 1 points, and yeah. Roxo, you are definitely right. Points are on the right, but you are just used of pressing tab. And also Muda with a good time here with a 0.41 winning this round. So next map is coming up.
Yeah, do you actually know if Ixon has ever been part of any team in Trackmania? It's just a thought that occurred.
I have not seen him in a team, but it could be. Maybe in Nations. I'm actually not sure about that. Maybe the chat can tell us. Yes. Nations. Okay, yeah. High velocity.
Very good one.
Yeah.
Because he definitely is a very good player.
Yeah, he's okay.
he's okay, yeah. Yeah, all right. Harry is a bit closer now, 50 points, but behind him in 7th and 8th place we have Kanchika and Blutik. I think unless a miracle happens on these last maps, we can discount them for a top position.
Nice jinx.
Behind that, I think... behind that, I think we can, still see everyone come close to the 120 points that will have to be crossed to reach finalist mode and win this final.
I mean, the thing is with this format, you have to win a round. That's the problem.
Yep.
That's the problem. And every player will completely blast it when you see, yo, this guy's finalist. As my game is lagging a bit. I just don't know why, but hopefully it's better now. Just went from windowed borderless, which is for me optimal to cast. Because then I can do like some sort of research on my desktop to normal full screen mode. But yeah, I mean 84 points for Sinus Apple and also Ixon 79 points. It's looking like that they're gonna reach the finalist mode first. I also agree that on paper they're the fastest, but just look at Mooks. I think Mooks is well prepared and wants to say something against that and is currently on that first position in this round. Followed up by Striker though, who has played conservatively. Oh, but Mooks with a mistake there. Oh no, that is unfortunate for him. And Mooks has touched the wall, and now it's Striker's chance of winning this round. As my game is still lagging, I just don't know why this game is lagging. I have no idea. Can someone please explain it to me? But I have micro lags, and I hope that those are not disturbing or not too much of a, they're not annoying or anything. But yeah, Striker with a 54.99 here. That is good, I would say. That is pretty good.
It's definitely a good time, absolutely. And yeah, that brings him closer to the third place, brings him closer to Muda.
Alright, as I'm still figuring out why my game is lagging. Okay, hopefully this solves it a little bit. But yeah, 89 points for Sinus Apple, so Marius 5 safe in the chat. For Marius 89. But yeah, I have no idea why I have lags. This is really triggering me right now. But for unknown reasons, when I stream or even record Trackmania, my game is pretty laggy and has some lag spikes. It could be because of the overlay or anything. But I'm just gonna do slash reset after this round. As we see Bluetick on P5. So player that is currently only at 31 points. So he is, pretty far behind actually. And yeah, also not getting a lot of points here in this round. But still enough here to, get a little bit closer to some of the players. But still, he needs more than that. He needs a first or second place. And this is definitely not good, what he has gotten. And also Sinus Apple only with 3 points. And Muda with that coming closer towards Ixon and Sinus Apple.
Yes, it's getting closer there. And interestingly, it looks like Kanchika woke up a little bit. Driving pretty well on this map so far. Let's see if you can keep that up. In this round, everything is still very, very much close together. We have Striker in the lead and Ixon in hot pursuit. However, I jinxed him. He flew out of the map, and that means that we have Striker in first place and Harry right behind him, and Muda also with a good section here now coming closer. Over 0.12 behind Harry, roughly. And now with a very good turn here, though.
Wow.
And that means that Striker, who is in first, let's see if he can keep this up. It looks good. Muda cannot catch up to him. However, he does secure second place, and that is important. Because Striker is right behind him in the overall scoreboard. And now they are both collectively able to get much closer to Sinus Apple and Ixon.
Yeah, true. Both only with, a super weak position here. Ixon with 1 point, Sinus Apple with 3 points, and now Muda is only, you can see it here on the right. Let's actually try to get used to that here on the right side. Hopefully it's not too small for you guys. But Sinus Apple is only 3 points ahead of Muda, and it's getting pretty close. We have then Striker with a good comeback here on that fourth position at 87 points, and then Mooks is 17 points away of P5. And let's just follow Mooks here for this round. As he's so far ahead, actually, we should not follow him. Oh my god, what is he doing? Holy moly, what was that line by Mooks? Okay, let's follow him.
Kissing the wall there.
But yeah, also Ixon with more speed. I think he just had a better half pipe or a better wall ride section. But that was a super, super risky line here from Mooks. But Ixon wants to get himself into the lead. And it would be super good if he gets first and Mooks gets second. But look at Muda! Oh my god! Oh shit! Muda, what are you doing? Hello? Where did he come from?
What a finish by Muda there. The Australian just zoops past the other players to secure 10 points and the lead for the first time in this final. Now at 102 points.
Yeah, Muda is in the lead, but only 2 points out of the third person, or the third seeded person, which is seen as Apple. And on this map, we could potentially see our first finalist, as Muda is only 18 points away, Ixo 19, and seen as Apple 20 points. So you can see it's very close. And also Striker can still have a chance. So it doesn't mean that if they get finalists, they are automatically winning, you know, because they still need to win one more round, and this can be very tedious if you don't take the momentum with you.
Absolutely, but I think out of the top 4, we've seen all of them winning rounds in this final so far, so they are able to take it to the end, and then it really will be about a bit of the luck with the map and just feeling it in that specific moment.
Feeling it in this specific moment. But yeah, on this map, the part that players were going over through is really important, as my game is again very laggy and I just don't know why. Nando, please. Just gonna go with the reset here again, and I hope that this will solve some issues. And yeah, hopefully it's getting better with that, as I'm gonna go into full screen mode again. But yeah, let's go with this one. Players are definitely fast on this map. It's the last map of the rotation, as we know. We haven't seen this map yet, right? This map number 5, right?
It's the first time we are seeing this map in this final.
Yes, true.
Indeed.
Okay, good. So let's go with Kanzinka, actually, who's currently sitting on P7, but is in the lead here. Gets attacked by Muda, but stays in the lead. For Muda, it's important to get second place now in order to get up to 110 points. The others need first position. But yeah, Kanzinka with a poor loop section here. And Muda, Mooks, and Harry are overtaking him, as well as Ixon here. So the Muda ship is maybe marching through here again. And also Harry, maybe he can make something happen here, as he is in the lead right now. Muda needs that second position. That's Mooks crashed into the wall just when I wanted to speak about that. So Muda up to 110 points. Mooks is, yeah, choking. Let's just say it like that. Mooks is choking.
Yeah, you can feel the pressure at such a point of the match. It's getting closer and closer to the final moments of it. Muda now actually in the position to reach finalist mode with a win. Let's see if he can do that. And then you suddenly realize that every point now counts, and that can lead to mistakes.
Okay, so I'm just answering the question here. So my game is lagging. It's not the stream or your internet, but it's the game that for no reason lags on the first 2 minutes when I load into a map. Thanks, why ever this is the cause, I have no idea. I've checked my RAM, I've checked my SSD and stuff. I cannot tell you why, but let's focus on this one, because I think we can also watch it with that. I'm sorry, but yeah, it can be because of the game. And what a fight here for first, as Kanzinka gets himself a 10-pointer. Then there's Striker 7,000 behind. Sinus Apple gets a 3rd position. So Sinus Apple has only gotten himself 1 point in the prior round. And yeah, with that, Muda and Ixon are in the range of getting themselves up into the finalist mode.
Yeah, so Muda wasn't able to close, to reach finalist round in that last round now. However, Ixon and Sinus Apple also not with 10 or 8 points, so he actually can live with that and is now in a prime position to reach finalist mode, leading this specific round and only needing 5 points to make it into finalist. And it's looking good for Muda. He is being followed by Harry and Striker. Striker a bit further behind now, lost some speed. Sina's Apple, however, at the same time,
Harry
suddenly came out of nothing and wins this round. Harry is gone. The Mook's mistake also catches him, and that means that Muda reaches finalist mode.
Yeah, Muda and finalist as... Yeah, he's the first one. Ixon is 5 points away from that, and also Sinus Apple only 3 points away. So after that good round here, Sinus Apple is getting himself, or elevates himself up into the scoreboard here and gets himself second position this far. And only Striker, and also Striker is not that far away, but let's follow Muda here for that maybe last round for him. He could be 50 year richer after this round, but he needs to get first place, and it's hard to do that against 8 players who are all on a high level. Of course, we are playing the final here of the Evo SpeedFun Cup, and Muda looking good so far. Muda with a good section here as Kanzinka is still in the lead, but Muda with a little bit more speed here. But this part will decide it. Muda with a weird approach here didn't get the best speed, and yes, he is jumping into the wall and he is dead, and we will most likely have a triple final situation if Ixon stays in that 4th or 3rd position, and yes, he will do so indeed. Ixon gets second behind Sinus Apple, and we have a triple final situation going to the next round. And now we have a match going on because, as I've said, 1 finalist. Now we have 3 finalists. Striker could well get himself in the finalist mode if he wins, or if he gets 2 good rounds in a row. And then the pressure is on, and then everyone could take it.
Yes, but looking at the final and how it has been going so far, I think the likelihood that it is one of the trio, Muda, Ixon, or Sinus Apple, that will win this next round is quite high. They've been performing really well, all 3 of them. So it might very well be that we now see the deciding round of this final. And it really just, comes down to that next minute of who of these 3 players will get the best round.
Yeah, indeed. I definitely agree with that. But, I mean, people are coming closer here as well. I mean, Mooks also with 87 points can make something happen. But I agree with you. I totally agree. The players who are currently in the top 3 are the fastest. Muda with a crazy comeback. And, yeah, I mean, some people were struggling on this particular map. And I want to mention Harry here. And also Muda, who made some mistakes on this one. And yeah, hopefully he can cope the pressure. I mean, he is about to play the Trackmania Grand League. In some weeks it will start. In 3 weeks time, in 22 days the first step will be. And yeah, hopefully he can cope the pressure here and can make it happen, because he just played so well throughout the last couple of rounds, and definitely was the deserved first finalist. And let's see if he can win 50 year as well. Okay, let's go into the first round here on Points of Authority again, map by Moni. And this is the first map of the second rotation, so we have played 25 rounds. This is round number 26. We have 3 finalists by the name of Sinus Apple, and then also Ixon, which is their first finalist attempt, and then there's also Muda, which is his second finalist attempt. Mooks and Harry, who are currently in the lead, are not on finalist. Blue Tick making a mistake. Everyone is falling apart, kind of. And yeah, Mooks is leading. Muda and Ixon are in a close pursuit here, as I'm following Ixon here for this part. Muda, what are you doing, Muda? You are an absolutely crazy man. You are absolutely crazy, and you could well win it here. You are in the lead by 0.50, but Sinus Apple is pushing it. Different approaches in this part. Sinus Apple with a more inside approach. Muda with more speed, and Muda will take it. What was this ending?
Amazing end there, especially them taking those 2 different approaches made it so intense there in that moment. Incredible. GG.
Yeah, and I was seeing this one coming when I was seeing this map at the first time. This particular line, and yeah, Muda wins it here, and is the first one to be in the spectator booth, joining us, of course. And he won 50 euro. Well played to him. Second place goes home with 25 euro, and third place with 15 euro, and then all the other remaining positions will receive 5 euro on their PayPal account, so they can buy themselves, I don't know, what can you buy with 5 euro? Maybe a sub.
A kebab.
Or a kebab, yeah. Yeah, in Switzerland you can buy yourself a quarter of a kebab, but that's something else. Let's focus on this round, as also Striker is at 109 points. Would be unlucky if he gets himself that first position, because this would mean the face slap, the 119 points. Harry again, I think the 5th time in this part, and he's not respawning again. Harry, why? Oh man, because you respawn with speed, you know? And yes, Striker will deny Ixon here. And also Blue Tick getting some points.
And it might be a bit annoying for Striker now to be on 119 points. However, would he have not won this round, Ixon would have been first. And now Striker still has the chance to actually get 2nd place with 2 good rounds.
Indeed. And also seen as Apple and Ixon are not losing their finalist attempt, of course, as Striker is at 119 points. Mooks is so far away here. He's at 97 points. And yeah, let's just go with Ixon here this round, because he seemed to struggle a little bit on the start sections. Also falling behind again here, as we see Harry, Striker, and Mooks in the lead. Ixon not with a good approach, though, had an awkward landing, but gets himself, yeah, just some sort of speed. So he's not completely out. Mooks, what are you doing? Rather risky land, but Ixon is coming back strong here. Mooks with a different approach here. Ixon is pressing it. He is full sending it, and he could take that 2nd position. Striker versus Ixon here. Mooks with a risk. What are you doing? And Ixon has more speed. Who's gonna take it? Is Ixon in that 2nd position here, getting first in this round, solidifies himself here as the 2nd seeded player, and that's the GG to him. And we still have one more place that will be distributed among the players. So a player that has not been in the top four in the first round has gotten himself the 2nd position. So 6 more players. We have Striker being finalist, as well as seen as Apple. And let's go with Striker as he's in his first finalist attempt.
Yes, and it is looking quite good so far. It's only Harry that is in front of him for the moment, but Harry has been making mistakes later on in the map quite frequently until now. So there's a hope for Striker that he can get into that 1st place and finish this, and then actually send Cena's Apple to the 4th place, and he's going into this loop actually in 1st position. Also taking this well, and now just needs to be a good ending, and it does look quite good for Striker. Able to control the drift, and with a nice time, very nice time, he finishes in 3rd place. GG.
Yeah. And I think this concludes the SpeedFun Cup, the Evo SpeedFun Cup, by the looks of it. Yep, we have our top 3 distributed. We have Muda in 1st, winning 50 euro, Ixon in 2nd, 25, Striker on 3rd, winning 15 euros. So this means that 80 euros goes to the top 3, and then the remaining 5 positions receive 25 euro in total. So 105 euro of prize pool. Wait, 60, 25. Yeah, okay. All right. Turbo, you 40 plus 50 is 80. All right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good performance, though. So that is the SpeedFun Cup. Thanks for joining in, Sky. Thank you so much. And thank you guys.
Yes, thanks.
Also, thank you guys for following today and watching.